we all know about crop circles, but this one is very odd. Agroglyphs Disturb with a message written in Greek. And we have an image here of the left being in Surrey, the right being in Wiltshire with the Greek alphabet. Crop circles are also referred to as crop formations because they don't always have a circular shape. Although they are known as crop circles, the themes of their design, as they are depicted in huge crops, usually wheat, barley, rye, or corn, sometimes seem quite amusing, but other times, however, seem to become dangerous or threatening, depending on the shapes or representations they present. In general, there's a lot of literature about who makes them and how, and most importantly, what they want to express with what they exhibit. There are basically two conflicting aspects that mainly concern. One side claims that the crop circles are man-made. Some people go out secretly at night with planks and other materials. They press and level down the plants. Depending on the complexity of the design, they can also use specially designed cars or tractors whose wheels enter the field by pressing on the permanent tram lines that the fields have for the cultivation care. For example, sprayers, fertilizer, distributors, etc. And they come out of them again, leaving no trace of their entry and exit. Somehow they create the agroglyphs comfortably and quickly, so perfectly and without mistakes, in one night without leaving any traces behind and without being noticed. But no one explains where the pranksters came from years long before the method of permanent corridors was applied in the fields, since the history of crop circles goes back many centuries. Now, the other side claims to be designs created by aliens with their flying saucers. There are indications that could support this position, but they are accepted only by ufologists and those involved in the strange and mysterious. Many of those who accept the alien theory considered it to be warnings or operations of information, communications, and or presence of aliens, quote unquote, to the ordinary everyday person. As a reader, you can choose one side of the two, whichever is more familiar to you or more normal to have happen to create them. So let's go now to see two very interesting shapes that appeared. The amazing crop, a little scary, where the face of an alien depicted in a circle, discovered on Surrey Hill on July 19th in 2016. And you can see here. Now, before we know it, the second crop is coming, and the very next day, July 20th, 2016, near Burberry Castle in Wiltshire, UK. And this we distinguish very well 5 concentric circles, which, like any other musical stave, contain symbols in such a way that it could be considered as a written message. And here you see the 5 concentric circles with a message inside in Wiltshire. Now, the strange thing, maybe not, is that there are some to be Greek letters. There seem to be Greek letters, or even some letters that we have in common with the Latin alphabet, which in turn could be considered a sister to the Greek, halkidiki, hence Greek. So let's say that this is a message. Who sent it and why? What might the poet want to tell us, the writer of this message? The whole plan seems to be based on the geocentric system of Hipparchus, with the Earth at the center of our solar system, where the sun is represented by a star between the second and third concentric circles. You can see the star there at the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position. Maybe the message is trying to show us a date, or better yet, a time period when something will happen or start to grow. We do not know, we just assume. The ideal solution, the enigma, comes if we look at the whole design through a mirror. In fact, if we placed the mirror on the original and all this together on the previous crop found on Reigate Hill, we have some correspondences that perhaps might indicate that this is a message consisting of 2 parts. What could be the message? Perhaps it refers to an arrival of an intelligent civilization coming from beyond the Earth. Never. Many guesses and risky. As you have already understood, all of these are assumptions and nothing more. Estimates that any skeptic can easily dismiss. The puzzle of the second crop in combination with or without the first, if there is something that needs a solution, because it can be a joke, can accept too many interpretations that arise, perhaps from what we want to see within this message. Maybe that's why science and many researchers do not take part in such decoding. There is nothing tangible except hypotheses that need other hypotheses to support. However, whoever made these terrestrial and these glyphs, these agroglyphs, crocodiles, terrestrial or extraterrestrial, what perhaps the final message has to do is put our minds in thoughts. Now, if any of these come out, it's another story. The expressed possibility that the plan contains something Greek, such as the planetary system of the Greek astronomer Hipparchus, father of astronomy, who discovered the transition of the equinoxes, the founder of trigonometry, combined with the selection of letters common to the Latin and modern Greek alphabets, quite a big upset in the world of a few Greek ufologists, as if this combination is judged as a choice of the designer and not by choice, then it could mean that an intelligent alien creature tries to communicate with people through Greek elements. So why is that? The answers could be many. Some have already crossed your mind. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.